Hey everyone, so we got a couple bits of news today. So first of all, we learned that Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel Studios Guardians of the Galaxy is releasing next week on Wednesday, June 15th. And second of all, we got our fourth blog post soon after with some really cool info, starting with this first scheme, Star-Lord's awesome mixtape. Check this thing out. Setup is 7 twists. Use 7 heroes, including at least 1 Guardians of the Galaxy hero. Use double the normal number of villain and henchman groups, but use only half the cards from each of those groups randomly and secretly. And for 1 player, 2 henchmen per group. So cool, some random elements here baked into the card. Twist, KO all heroes from the HQ, villains in the sewers and bridge swap spaces, likewise villains in the bank and streets. Really mixing it up, really leaning into the word mix here. And then evil wins when there are 32 non-gray heroes in the KO pile. This one sounds chaotic and fun and super fitting for the mixtape. One thing I do love about the photographic cards, this continues in this set, is that the schemes have different images for each scheme, something we don't actually see in the illustrated cards. So I do like seeing those here, including the mixtape. We'll see one more in a second, but first they give us a little tidbit on what the hero distribution looks like. So people who are watching the second and third blog overview notice that why does Rocket and Groot seem to have 2 uncommons? How is that working? So check this out. Let me read this. Speaking of variety, this expansion aims to capture that in ways beyond the already announced divided cards to emphasize the Guardians' incredible adaptability. The heroes have a different distribution of cards this time. Instead of the legendary standard 1-3-5-5 sets, this expansion has gone with a 1-2-2-3-3-3 spread. That means even with this extra preview, you've got plenty more to look forward to. That is nuts. So, yeah, as usual, we have legendary heroes have 2 sets of common cards, 5 each, 3 uncommons, and then 1 rare. So it looks like we have, I don't even know what to call these because 5 is usually common, 3 is usually uncommon. In Messiah Complex, they changed that up a little bit. There were 2 rares and then 4 of each of the others, which are called commons, I guess. So I don't know what you call it. Maybe 1 rare, 1 card rare, 2 card rares. But that's really cool. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cards in a hero set. How is that going to work? Are the Guardians going to be mixed and matched together like I thought? Again, there's going to be more to look forward to since no more previews are coming. Can't wait to find out when I do my unboxing. But let's go ahead and take a look at another one of the schemes here. So we've got Provoke the Sovereign Warfleet as another scheme. 11 twists for this one. Add an extra villain group. Twist. This twist enters the city as a 2-attack Sovereign Omnicraft villain worth 1 VP with Fight. You get 1+1 recruit. Each player shuffles all twists from their victory piles back into the villain deck, play another card from the villain deck, and then evil wins when 3 Omnicraft escape. So 1 where the twists go back in. Gotta work on that city control to keep them from escaping, and this kind of feels like Deathbirds a little bit, and some of the other ones that puts the twists and or strikes into the city as attack, and feels a little bit like Annihilus too, with the Annihilation Wave flooding the city. This would be a fun one to play with Annihilus actually, but really cool. So next we have our first look at one of the masterminds for this set, and of course it is Ronin the Accuser. Always leads followers of Ronin, which we've seen. Master Strike, each player discards a card at random. Ronin captures this strike as a Neocraft ship villain weapon that gives +1 attack. When you gain a Neocraft ship, it becomes a trigger artifact that says whenever a Master Strike is completed, draw a card, and he's got 6 attacks. So let me look at that again. So each player discards a random card. Ronin captures that random card as a villainous weapon, and when you fight him, you gain it, but it becomes a trigger artifact that has a different effect. So I guess you never get that card back. They're converted into his villainous weapons. But interesting. Whenever Master Strike is completed, draw a card. There's only 5 Master Strikes in a deck usually, so that's not that many opportunities, so weird. So the more Master Strikes that happen before he does this, the more benefit you can get from the Master Strikes after. I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out, but he works off of villainous weapons in a big way. But if he gets 5 strikes without you fighting him, he'll go up to 11 attack. He's also got this one tactic, the Cosmirod Warhammer from Guardians of the Galaxy. Fight, KO one of your heroes, rescue 2 bystanders. Ronin captures this card as a villainous weapon. So like Hela, he's got these villainous weapon tactics where instead of going to your victory pile, giving you points, it turns into a useful weapon. And it becomes a triggered artifact. Whenever you recruit a hero from the HQ, you get +2 attack. And this gives +6 attack to Ronin or whoever gets this tactic as a villainous weapon. But I guess Ronin's just going to have it. I don't know how a villain would get it. But cool. Recruit gives you +2 attack. And it's triggered, so you can do that multiple times per turn. And it's a hero from the HQ, so you can't do this with a sidekick or a officer, for example. Cool. So we got Ronin with villainous weapons. We've got a couple awesome schemes and that really weird hero distribution. So all the cards we've seen, I keep track of what heroes have been shown and what cards are in those sets, but I'm going to have to completely redo that because I have no idea what this distribution is going to be like. And that's it for our previews. And like they said, there's going to be a lot for us to discover when this releases next week. And I will be bringing you a overview and unboxing of the whole set, and then I'm going to be doing some live stream playthroughs after that. So please, if you haven't done it, subscribe to the channel to find out when those go up. And I look forward to talking more about Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy very, very soon. And then we got Black Panther and Black Widow to look forward to. All right? Until then, see you guys later.